Hello everybody, my name is Luke Arm, and today I'm going to explain how you can earn stake with Uniswap. Just to note, this is not financial advice, there are risks involved and you could end up losing everything. There's links in the description for additional content and further reading. I'd really recommend you take a gander at those as well. And if you find this video useful, maybe consider subscribing. This whole channel is about Ethereum based everything, so whether that be a developer or staking, or just the ecosystem in general. In comparison to earning stake from easy staking, earning stake from Uniswap and liquidity pools requires more upfront investment. It's less predictable rewards and requires kind of constant checking to make sure you're in the top 100 liquidity providers. If you want a simpler way to earn stake, I'd recommend you check out my video on easy staking. I mean, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's an easy way to stake. Anyway, let's start. So the whole point of earning stake from liquidity provider is you're going to be providing liquidity. So to do that, we need to go to Uniswap. Uniswap is a token exchange application where you can swap tokens that are based on the Ethereum network. It works by allowing users to deposit token pairs into liquidity pools. These pools are then used to facilitate trades, with a fee associated with those trades going to the liquidity pool participants. Liquidity pools help the availability and stabilization of the trading pairs, and we can currently see the trading pair as such. This is the current Uniswap trading pair between stake and ETH. As you can see, currently one stake is equal to 0.0643 ETH, or 1 ETH equal to 15.5 stake. And we have at the top here is total liquidity, so that's the amount of stake and ETH in the whole pool. This is how much has been traded in the last 24 hours. And here, actually in the last 24 hours, here's how much fee has been generated by the pool, by the transfer of the tokens, and is in storage for the pool. And this will be redeemed by the liquidity pool providers when they exit the pool. It also tells you how much transactions are happening in the system as well, and we're going to go into this pair information later, because this is going to be useful for finding if you are one of the top 100 liquidity providers. Anyway, in my previous video I explained how you can earn stake by staking with easy staking, and here we have easy staking. In that video I explained the longer the amount of time you have your stake within easy staking, and the more stake in easy staking as a whole, by the whole network, the more interest you get on your stake. This is up to a maximum of 15%. 15 is the magic number with regards to easy staking. At the moment, every staked stake is earning 15% interest. Using the example of, let's say, 100 stake for 100 days, we can actually see this 9.253% is made up of the time-based element and the supply-based element. So where's my remaining 6%? The remaining 6% actually goes as a reward to the liquidity pool providers. So in this example here, I stake my 100 stake, and after day 100 I then remove my assets from easy staking. The remaining 6% that I could have potentially got actually goes to the liquidity pool providers as a reward for providing that liquidity. These liquidity pool participant rewards are only given out every 7 to 11 days, and basically the more liquidity you provide, the higher the reward will be from that particular 7 to 11 day reward cycle. In summary, I put ETH and stake into a liquidity pool, making sure to be in the top 100 participants. I earn fees from Uniswap, and I receive these fees when I exit the pool. But also on top of that, and every 7 to 11 days, I earn stake from people removing their stake from easy staking, and I get the leftover percentage, or in reality, I get a proportion of that leftover percentage, because that's shared between a liquidity pool. Now let's show you how we can actually do it. So first off, in order to provide liquidity, you need equal tokens of stake and ether. So to do that, it makes sense to go to Uniswap. From Uniswap, we're actually going to buy stake. So let's say 1 ether, and then here you just need to select the stake to purchase. I'll give you an estimation price. Obviously connect your wallet, approve the transactions, and you're all good. Once you've got your stake, you then, rather than going to the swap option at the top here, you go into the pool option. And here you want to add liquidity. When you add liquidity, you need to have, for example, 1 ETH and also the stake that you want as well. They will select the stake. So you need to have at least 1 ETH and 15 stake if you're currently staking or currently want to provide liquidity in the pool at the moment. You can't just do 1 ETH or 15 stake. You've got to provide liquidity of both tokens. You just need to connect your wallet and you're all good. What I'm doing now is just showing you the liquidity that I'm providing into the pool at the moment. So I've currently got 30 staked ETH with roughly 2 Ethereum in it, and I receive 5.753 tokens for that share. These are pool tokens, and these are going to come in useful when we're actually finding out, okay, am I in the top 100 pool participants? And currently I'm getting 0.03% of the pool share, so that's a good indication that essentially any rewards that are given from the liquidity pool rewards, I should get roughly 0.03%. To be honest, that was the easy bit in providing liquidity. The hard bit is actually making sure you're in the top 100 liquidity pool providers. And to do this, we click on View Pool Information. And we're actually trying to look for that token in the Ethereum system. So if we're going to the exact pool of the staking pair, as we saw previously, we actually want to scroll down all the way to the bottom. This is where that link comes in handy. And so this is the actual contract of the stake and ETH pair on Uniswap. So here we're going to click on to go to Etherscan, and then from here we're getting an understanding of the actual contract that's essentially facilitating the trades of Ethereum and stake, but also of the liquidity pool itself. A lot of this information is redundant. We actually want to go straight to this Uniswap version 2 token, this token tracker here, because this is the token that is the liquidity pool token. And as you can see at the moment, there's 149 addresses that hold this liquidity pool token. We just want to make sure we're in the top 100. So what we want to do is go to holders. And then when we click holders, you've got all in order of all the participants. And all we need to do is make sure if we're ahead of this address here. So I just need to correct myself here. There's been a bit of a misunderstanding, and over the last few hours there's essentially been a reward drop, and I thought I would receive the reward because I was in the top 100 address holders according to Etherscan. However, I did not take into account the listing by essentially how many people are holding the liquidity pool token. I neglected to concentrate on this address here. This address is actually a contract from SarkySwap. People are actually staking their liquidity pool tokens into SarkySwap, and this means there's a lot more addresses that we need to take into account if we want to be a top 100 liquidity pool provider. So how do we work that out now? It's not as simple as I thought it would be, and it does also obviously vastly increase the investment required to obtain this reward. I couldn't actually find an easy way to do it with Etherscan, so I looked into the actual address holder and then just the way that Etherscan reports the different tokens, because they're all individual tokens. So they're here. All these Uniswap tokens here are the ones we want to kind of compare against between our deposit or our pool deposit versus these additional addresses that we initially didn't take into account. So what I found is essentially ETH Explorer. ETH Explorer is another blockchain explorer, and what we want to do is just copy the address from Etherscan and then just put it into ETH Explorer. And then from there we'll be able to have a different visualization of the tokens that are within this contract address. So you go straight down to balances, and then here you can filter the tokens. So we're going to chuck in Uniswap, because at the moment Uniswap is the only liquidity pool you can earn the reward on. So it's not very Web 3.0, but what we're going to do is copy this and then bring it into an Excel sheet and then paste it and then just chuck in some titles. So here we've just got the token name, and here we've got the amount, and then just add a filter, and then sort by descending. And now you can see there's significantly more tokens being held in this contract than there were in the Etherscan kind of regular liquidity pool visualization. We need to take into account the addresses that have more liquidity pool tokens than you have or you are interested in putting into the liquidity pool. So address 20 that has 1000 liquidity pool tokens, which is a considerable amount of investment into stake and this particular liquidity pool. So what you need to do is actually take that number and then add it into this tally here. So I learned something new today, and I hope you did as well. And I'll jump back to the original recording. Okay, that's how you can earn stake with liquidity pools. If you found this content useful, feel free to leave a comment or a like, and I'll provide you with more content like this soon enough. Thanks for your time, and have a good day. Cheers.